Hello everyone. Today we will gain some basic knowledge about contract laws through some basic multiple choice questions. So without wasting any time, let's start with it. The first question is, a promisor can accept the performance of a contract from whom? The options are A, from the promisor himself, B, from the representative of the promisor competent to perform, C, from the third person, or D, all of the choices. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is, all of the choices. This means that a promisee can accept the performance of a contract from the promisor himself, from the representative of the promisor competent to perform, or from the third person. The next question is, read assertion A and reason, and with the help of the codes given below, point out the correct explanation. Assertion: a contract of sale may be absolute or conditional. The reason is that there is no absolute condition for a contract of sale. The options are A, both A and are true, but R is correct explanation of A. B, A is false, but R is true. C, both A and R are true, and R is correct explanation of A. And D, A is true, but R is false. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is, A is true. That means the assertion is true, but the reason is false. The next question is, two statements are given in this question. One is labeled as assertion and the other is labeled as reason. Examine these statements and select the correct combination of codes. The assertion is partial acceptance is not acceptance. The reason to the assertion is acceptance must be absolute and unconditional. The options are A, both assertion and reason are wrong. B, assertion is false, but reason is correct. C, both assertion and reason are correct. Or D, assertion is correct, but reason is wrong. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is, both assertion and reason are correct. The next question is, X promises Y to drop a prosecution which he has instituted against Y for robbery, and Y promises to restore the value of the things taken. Which one of the following is the correct answer? The options are A, the agreement is a contract, B, the agreement is void as its object is unlawful, C, the agreement is void as it is the restraint of legal proceedings, or D, the agreement is immoral. The correct answer to this question is option B, that is, the agreement is void as its object is unlawful. The next question is, which section of the Indian Contract Act 1872 states that the effect of the failure to perform a contract at a fixed time in which time is essential? The options are A, Section 56 of the Indian Contract Act, B, Section 54 of the Indian Contract Act, C, Section 57 of the Indian Contract Act, or D, Section 55 of the Indian Contract Act. The correct answer to this question is option D. That is, the Section 55 of the Indian Contract Act states that the effect of failure to perform at a fixed time in a contract in which time is essential. The next question is, a counter offer is what? The options are A, rejection of original offer, B, an acceptance of the offer, C, an invitation to treat, or D, a bargain. The correct answer to this question is option A, that is, a counter offer is a rejection of the original offer. The next question is, if an instrument may be construed either as a promissory note or a bill of exchange, it is, options are A, valid instrument, B, a returnable instrument, B, none of the above, or D, the ambiguous instrument. The correct answer to this question is option A, that is, if an instrument may be construed either as a promissory note or a bill of exchange, it is a valid instrument. The next question is, find out the correct answer. The object of allowing damages in a case of breach of contract is blank. The options are A, to punish the defendant for breach of contract, B, to compensate the actual loss arising from the breach, C, to put the plaintiff in the same position after the contract has been made, or D, to place the plaintiff so far as the money can do it in the same position with respect to damages as if the contract has been performed. The correct answer to this question is option D, that is, the object of allowing damages in case of breach of contract is to place the plaintiff so far as the money can do it in the same position with respect to the damages as if the contract has been performed. The next question is, read assertion and reason, and with the help of codes given below, point out the correct explanation. The assertion is, an agreement not enforceable by law is said to be void. The reason to the assertion is, law has no force. The options are A, both assertion and reason are true, and reason is a good explanation of assertion. B, assertion is true, but reason is false. C, both assertion and reason are true, but reason is not correct explanation of the assertion. And D, the assertion is false, but the reason is true. The correct answer to this question is option B, that is, the assertion is true, but the reason is false. The next question is, where a law promulgated after the contract is made makes the performance of the agreement impossible, the agreement becomes which of the following? Options are A, voidable, B, absolutely binding, C, void, or D, valid. The correct answer to this question is option C, that is, void, which means that a law promulgated after the contract is made makes the performance of the agreement impossible. The agreement also becomes void to perform.